Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something really interesting that came up from your reading. This idea called interpassivity.
That's right. It's quite a concept.
Yeah, basically it's like outsourcing your feelings or even your thoughts sometimes, like letting something else, an external thing, do the experiencing for you.
Exactly. Delegating that activity.
Hmm.
Our mission today is really to unpack this, see what it means, and maybe how it pops up in, your everyday life.
Okay, so where does this come from?
Well, the main thinker here is the philosopher Slavoj Žižek, and he gives some pretty familiar examples to illustrate it, things you'd recognize.
Right, like, okay, sitcom laugh tracks. I remember reading about that. Shows like Friends or The Big Bang Theory.
Spot on. Žižek points out that the laughter is kind of built in.
Yeah.
The show is literally laughing for you.
So you don't actually have to. It sort of frees you from needing your own, maybe spontaneous reaction.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
It potentially shortcuts that genuine amusement.
Hmm.
And you start to wonder if that subtly changes how we react over time.
Hmm. It's delegation again, isn't it?
Precisely. And you see a similar thing with those charity cards, the ones that say a donation has been made in your name.
Ah, yeah.
The
Okay.
card itself kind of performs the act of compassion. It gives you the feeling you've done something good.
Without necessarily engaging deeply with the actual feeling or the cause.
Exactly. The card, Zizek's framing, sort of feels compassion for you.
Wow. Okay, yeah. And what about religion? I think that came up too.
It did. Think about certain religious practices where people might hire, say, priests or monks to pray for them.
Right.
The underlying idea there can be interpreted as, well, the ritual believes for you. It potentially reduces the burden of personal, intense individual faith.
Okay, but this isn't just being lazy or passive, right? There's a distinction.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
It's not simply passive consumption. Interpassivity involves an active choice, even if it's unconscious. You're allowing something else to perform your role, to do the emotional or intellectual heavy lifting.
So it's like saying, okay, I should be angry about this, or I should feel compassion, or I should find this funny.
But I'll let this thing, this show, this card, this ritual, experience it for me.
Okay, I get it. So why is this important? What's the bigger picture here, according to Ushik?
Well, Ishik uses it as a kind of critique.
Mm.
He suggests it reveals how we often, maybe increasingly, avoid authentic engagement
Mm.
with the world, with our own feelings.
Like a coping mechanism for too much information, too many demands.
Sort of, yeah. It
Mm.
can be a way to handle overload. We end up outsourcing genuine experience. And our rituals, our ideologies, even the things we buy, they can sort of act out our beliefs or emotions for us. It creates a distance.
That really lands when you think about those everyday examples, like feeling guilty about climate change, but then just subscribing to a tree planting newsletter.
Right. The subscription addresses the guilt. It does something, but doesn't necessarily demand deeper personal action or change from you.
Or wanting to express outrage online and just hitting share on a meme that's basically angry for you.
Exactly. The meme carries the emotion. Or another one was lacking time for art, so you buy a beautiful coffee table book. It sits there sort of appreciating culture on your behalf.
Yeah. Gosh, I wonder how often we do that without thinking. Just, performing the sign of caring or engaging rather than the thing itself.
And that leads to Ejik's deeper point. He argues we've actually built systems, technological systems, social systems, that are kind of designed to do this feeling and thinking for us.
So it's gone beyond just individual apathy.
He thinks so. It's like acting through these external things has started to replace genuine personal involvement in a more systemic way. We've built structures that experience things on our behalf.
Okay, so summing up, inner passivity is this really thought-provoking idea about farming out our feelings, our beliefs, our reactions, letting other people or rituals or even tech do the experiencing for us.
That's the core of it, which naturally leads to a question for you, listening. Just consider, where in your own life might this be happening? Where might you be, consciously or unconsciously, engaging in a bit of interpassivity? And, maybe more importantly, what would it look like to try and reclaim some of those experiences to engage more directly yourself?
Something definitely worth thinking about.